this looks like fun. I've got no patience with stuff like that, but it's Christmas, so I need to rein it in a bit. So it's going to go around the front of the house and then come into the back garden. So let's show you a before and an after. There we go. Looking good. There's the old man sheds, all Christmassy. Right everybody, I'm back on the road. Just picked the van up from the garage. It said it's MOT, and at a cost of 979 quid later, it's all fixed. Well, there was nothing wrong with it as such, but it needed back discs, back pads, something else. I don't really know about vans. What was the something else? It was lower arm bushes ×2, a tyre, a light, like a repeater on the light, and obviously the MOT. 979 quid. Now I'm just about to stick another 50 quid worth of diesel in it to get me through the rest of the week and stuff. So yeah, it's no fun, this self-employed lark at times. As much as I love it, as soon as you get a little bit of money in the bank that you think is spare, something will just come along and go, I'll have that, thank you very much. But that's the price you pay for having no arsehole of a boss telling you what to do, I suppose. Anyway, let's go and stick 50 quid in here. And what's today? It's Thursday today. Back to work tomorrow, back to some plastering. So hopefully I'll be filming that, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So while I'm spending money, I might as well carry on. So I've just bought myself some auger bits just to put these locks in rather than them flat bits. Sometimes them flat bits can hit, you know, as they spin. If you're trying to take a lock out, if you slow your drill down a bit, the paddles on them flat bits, they seem to like want to whack and hit, and they can sort of chip off a bit. So I bought some auger bits, which is all the good sizes, 25, 22 and 22mm is what I put my latches in with them. I know you can do a 25, but you've got nothing on the sides then. You're literally as wide as the latch of a 25. So I tend to do a 22, and then I tend to do a 16 through where the spindle goes. So hopefully these will be a little bit more gentler with the wood, because if these doors are not like a real solid wood, sometimes they just want to fragment and split everywhere. So I'm hoping that because this is an auger bit and it will chuck the bits as it comes back out, it'll be a little bit more gentler on the doors. Anyway, we'll be testing them out on Tuesday. Bit of skimming today, a little bathroom to plaster out, I think, or part of a bathroom. I'll show you when I get there. I've only seen it for photos. Whenever you go to Wicks, especially first thing in the morning when I've just turned them tills on, them tills never want to work. They always stand there and they, oh no, it's playing up, it's all slow today, got a mind of its own, this thing. Sometimes they just shut down in Wicks and they go, oh, got to go over to the other till. And it's usually when I'm there, so I've got all the pressure of everyone else behind me. I can't stand it in there sometimes. But their systems always seem to play up, I think, in Wicks. So it was a little result in this bathroom. All I had to do was skim the ceiling and the wall where the door is going there. The door wall. All the other walls are going to be tiled, so it was literally that. So I didn't even bother filming it, to be honest. There was nothing to film. And the builder that I was doing it for was chatting with me. Morning all, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're watching it. It's Saturday the 13th of December. Got a little job to squeeze in today before Christmas. Just trying to get all these little bits tied in. I was working yesterday, didn't film anything yesterday because the builder I was doing it for was in the room. It was a tiny little bathroom. He was in there with me doing a bit of boxing in, and we're just chatting. So no real chance to film there. But anyway, I'm back here on Saturday, doing a little loft room. I've done half of this room, and then the builders had to do some outside work, so I had to wait. The scaffold's up, so the builders are finished, and then I'll show you. You'll see inside. They've finished boarding. Call it loft angles, dormer angles. Even it's too early for me to even think. They've finished boarding out, so we'll go up and have a look and see how their boarding was, and then I'll skim that. Should be some funny little angles and just something to get my mind a little bit working on a Saturday morning. Anyway, mate, I'll see you in there. So here it is, this funny little bit in there. Now, I originally done this bit, all the whites painted bit. I've done half of it a couple of months ago now, and then I've just got this bit here because I've been working on the outside of the dormer. And as you can see, it's nice and fiddly. Loads of little patching up first and then joining onto all these angles. Not a big area, but just fiddly. They want these beams exposed, these two wooden beams. So it's just a load of preparation first before I just chuck it on. Nice little job, really. Get the old mind working out. Make me earn my money for once. So I masked off the wooden beams, just put a bit of masking tape everywhere where I needed to. And at this point, I don't really know how I'm going to finish all these little details here. Anyone that's done this sort of work, you just make it up as you go along. There's no real hard and fast rules. You just got to try and make it look okay. So I've got all these sort of gaps and funny stop ends. So it's just a case of seeing what works best, really, as you move along. But it all came out all right anyway, as you'll see. It's not a lot you can do, really, but just go with the flow on these jobs. So I've just chucked that on. That's basically 2 coats. I just put one on and then put the next one straight on. So I've got plenty of time just to muck about getting these angles and all these funny edges and stuff. So I want it all drying at the same time, so I just chucked the whole lot on. It wasn't a lot, actually. It probably looks more in the video than the amount that went on. It was only 3/4 of a bag. And so I had plenty of time just to play about with it. just pulling off the tape here, and I would generally get that tape off quite early before the finish, really, before I've given it the last couple of polishes, because sometimes if you leave it to the last knock-ins, when you pull the tape off, you can end up chipping little bits out the edge, and then you've got to start making it in again. So I like to get the tape off a bit earlier while the gear's still able to sort of make in any little mistakes that pop out. So you'll see why I had to blend this wall down. I couldn't go right down because I would be overlapping the bottom. There was hardly anything there. It dug right in that skirting, or the wall come right over the top of it. So I thought I'd blend in down the bottom. Let's get home. Let's get home, eh? Saturday. Let's get home. It is, what is the time? I don't even know. It's 2:15. That ain't too bad, is it? 2:15. That was a fiddly little one there. Do you know what? But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the little challenge. That was one of them jobs where you almost had everything you could do as a plasterer. It had flat board, external beaded corners, external rounded corners, internal corners, up little valley in the roof. It was all sorts going on there. But do you know what? I really enjoyed it, because as fiddly as that was, it was only about 3/4 of a bag of gear that was, so there was no drama to chuck on. More trialing up. I even used the old finger a few times today. The good old finger. Why don't Ox bring out a rubber finger? That would be good. Ox, if you're listening, or whatever other tool makes, Rafina, bring out a rubber finger that we can just hold and do that with, because sometimes that's the most valuable tool that you've got on you. Got out of trouble many a time with that finger. No, behave! You just need a little finger in the corner and have a little wiggle, and then it all works out. And I'm even getting out on the junction with no traffic coming towards me. Nothing coming left or right. That's a Brucey bonus. Right, home today. Home now. Sunday, I'm having Sunday off. Straight back into more plastering on Monday. Fitting doors on Tuesday. More plastering on Wednesday. Possibly Thursday. So anyway, I hope you have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching me little skit. And anyone that wants to subscribe, please do. Subscribers have been going up, but as I've not been putting many videos out lately, it's all stopped. So obviously my content is not being passed around however YouTube does it. I have no idea really, but the more likes, the more comments, the more the video gets pushed about, I think. And I know everyone says it, but it's the truth. It's just it. You know, you could have the best video out in the world, but if it doesn't get a like or a comment or anything like that, it will just literally stay buried within YouTube's millions of videos that I could probably put out every minute or so. So anyway, take care all, and I'll see you in the week.